So today I'm going to revisit one of my favourite Vaider models. This came out in 2007, late 2007. It was the Vaider Patent Yellow, all yellow. And there it is in front of you, the pair that I have here. I bought not long after they were released. And they've actually stood the test of time really, really well. Mind you, I've looked after them. So let's quickly have a look at these shoes and have a bit of a chat around what the key differences between this pair and the later pairs that Supra are releasing are. So the first thing on this pair that you'll notice is that they have two laces. I kind of always like to rock both laces, one on each shoe. Kind of just makes things stand out a bit more. But I've lost the ability to do that because Supra have kindly done away with the spare pair of laces. So that's the most obvious difference between these and the later versions of the Vaiders. The other really important detail that's missing in the later versions of the Vaiders is the metal slider here. So this previously used to be attached by this piece of leather on the front of the tongue, and you could move it up and down depending upon where you wanted to rock them, and whether you wanted to rock them outside jeans, exactly where you wanted to place that slider. Well, you can't do that anymore. The latest versions of the Vaiders have just got a patched material designed at the top there. So they've kind of done away with the metal look, which I think is a really big loss to this model. The actual metal slider on the tongue, I thought, was one of the really cool and distinctive features of the first release of these shoes. So why they did away with it, I can only imagine. It's just to cut costs, but they've lost a piece of the shoe, in my opinion, on that. The other major change that I've noticed in the later releases of the Vaiders, the ones that I have, is that they've removed, like a lot of their shoes, they've removed the inside liner, which was previously all leather lined. You can see that in there. That was previously leather lined all around the sock liner and the inside, and also on the tongue as well. The only problem with that, if I just pick up this other shoe, you can see hopefully what happens there. Sometimes when you were rocking these shoes, a bit of the leather used to come off from the inside. A bit of that leather line used to scrape off, and I could notice that myself, even though no one else could notice it. I knew it was there, and I kind of didn't like that. So I actually felt that they should have retained the leather liner, but actually puts a bit more quality into it so that it didn't rub off on the sock. But anyway, they've done away with it altogether, and I think that's another really big loss to this model, and it's kind of why I haven't bought too many of the Vaiders since these initial colorways came out. The other major change, well, it's not a major change, but it's a minor change that I think makes all the difference to the shoes, is in the lace holders. You'll see to the side, the lace holder comes right out there. It's not attached to the shoe. In the later designs, the lace liner the lace holder is pretty much up against the shoe, so you can't really let that rock out. Kind of like the Dunks that I really like with these early models of the Vaiders and the Dunks. You actually can let the laces hang out a bit, which I really like to do. With them fixed to the side of the shoe, you can't do that anymore. Of course, Supra have kind of moved away from the patent colorways as well in recent times, which I think is to their detriment. This is one of the cool things about these shoes, was just the way they popped with any sort of clothes, whether it's jeans, whether it's sweatpants. These shoes just rock. And they've kind of done away with the key distinctive feature, which is the beautiful patent leather surrounding them all. Particularly the tongues. You see that? Hopefully you can see the tongues there. They just shine. They really just shine in the light. And when you rock these out, you're guaranteed to get noticed. I've worn these pairs probably about 4 times since I've had them. I probably need to give them another run. So they've still got a bit of life in them yet. 2007, I can probably get away with it. As you can see, the heel drag on the back's not too pronounced. There's a couple of scratches there, but that's really only minor defect. I'm really stoked to have these Vaiders in my collection and in such good nick. I hope that anyone out there who does also have these shoes is looking after them like I'm looking after these, because if you do that, you'll have them for ages. And I hope you enjoyed the review and the comparison of the current Supra Vaider to the old Supra Vaiders. As I said, there's some detailing missing here that I reckon is probably to the shoe's detriment, but but it still was such an amazing design for its time that hopefully, for those of you who are looking at this and really want one, hopefully they'll re-release them at some point in time. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you next time.